Yo, 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 everyone. Hi, guys. Hi, everyone. If you're starting watching us right now, probably you're watching this live stream, so you can jump on YouTube and watch there in a good quality. But we are here live right now on X, on Blaze, on YouTube. And yeah, that's it. We have three platforms right now. And this is Open Stage Show where we're talking with the artists, with the founders, with the creators, with every wonderful soul in Web3 that has something to say. And today we have a special guest who a musician. We didn't have like musicians, I think, never on the live streams. I don't remember when we had musician, to be honest. It was so long ago. But yeah, that's why I'm super excited about today's live stream. And let me say hi to my co-host at first, Lost Now. Hi, how are you today?
I'm good. How are you? Actually, I was just trying to like repost our live stream and pull it up on Blaze so I can watch the chat on there.
Oh, thank you, thank you, thank you. Yes, on Blaze, I checked real life. That's cool. And yeah, let me also check this.
The thing
Okay.
with like Restream is it doesn't pull the comments from Blaze. It only pulls them from like I think YouTube and X. So like you have to have up the Blaze chat and like watch it. Because I've been like forgetting to check my chat when I'm live on my own plays and like if I do other stuff. So I'm gonna be watching
Yeah,
that.
same, same. But there's a pop-up, existing.
Mhm, mhm.
But it's not comfortable. Yeah, I agree with you. Okay, anyway, did you mint your new guys? If you're watching us right now, jump on OpenSea and mint Anime Chain first official collection, Azuki Gate, and it's totally free to mint. And this is sensational because we, for the first time, have Anime Chain on the OpenSea officially. So right now we will see more projects on this chain. So don't forget to do this. And yeah, super excited about that. But let me say hi to John. John, hi. How are you?
Hello,
Hi.
I'm good. How about you? It's nice to be here.
Yeah, it's nice to have you. Where are you right now? It's so
Aslında.
interesting.
I'm in my studio. It's my basement.
Oh my God, for the first time I see a basement like that, you know?
Yeah, there is no storage space. It's the whole basement is like 5 meter. The construction was 5 meters tall. I don't know how many feet 5 meters is. Let me just convert 5 meters to feet.
I
Uh,
know. Wait, let me ask you because I.
16.4 feet.
Ooh,
It was like that, but because of the isolation, it got like from the ceiling, it got shorter. From the base, it got higher, and now the height is like 3.5 meter. But yeah, the construction was yeah, the whole studio making process is extremely stressful. I have some white hair, all because of the making of the studio.
how often you hanging out in your basement in this studio?
I mean, I am. So, what makes me sad is if I miss daytime because there is no windows in the basement. Because if there were windows, the sound isolation would get much, much more tricky. There would have to be the glasses would need to be really extremely thick and multiple layers. So we didn't do that because it would cost way more. But there are no windows in the studio. So if I have to come to the basement, come to the studio in the daytime, and when I finish doing my stuff and go upstairs and I see that the sun is already set and it's already nighttime, I get really upset. I say, oh, I missed the daytime, I missed the sun, and that depresses me.
Okay, that's interesting, by the way, because I think every musician that I know, they all maybe I don't know, travel a lot, or they are too poor for having their own studio, but they have all the time like renting studios. So, is there any difference for the musician if you have in your own studio or if you're renting it? Like, do you like hang out more with your music? Do you experiment more, and how it's affecting your creativity?
I mean, of course, it gives a lot of flexibility. I mean, if in the middle of the night I feel like recording, yeah, I mean, if for example in the middle of the night I feel like my voice sounds really good at that moment, I say, okay, I'll go do the recording right now. But uh, having not, if I had to go to a studio for like having for having a good, decent acoustics, good isolation, uh, I go. I mean, I drive and then I wait, and then I get tired. Maybe my voice doesn't sound perfect that day, or I mean, it's of course it's. I mean, I'm in a small city. The biggest city in Turkey is Istanbul. Making a studio there would cost like 5 times more than making like building a studio in my home. So I had to make this choice. But yeah, I mean, where I am is secondary. What I have is more primary here. So I'm glad to have my studio. I'll give you a tour and
Yes, yes, I adore room tours. I just adore room tours. I swear to God, I wish all people on the earth just, showing how they're living, and I would watch this content like daily. I swear to God, I love it. But tell me, like another one question about your apartments and stuff, because you are friends of his, and
yes,
we send photos of his house. And it looked like a castle, He's living like a vampire, and he's all the house like a castle, like actually he even has this bats.
really. Wow. I mean,
Yeah.
Viz, if anybody who knows who Viz is watching the stream, Viz is my actually primary school friend. We were in the same class from first grade, second grade, third grade. He left school to another school, and then we saw each other for a brief time when we were sixth or seventh grade, and that was 2005. And until 2 weeks ago, from 2005 until 2 weeks ago, we never saw each other. We never ran into each other. And then I saw him. I mean, after 21 years at the airport, and I was actually 70% sure that was him. I was 70% sure. I said his name is. I said his name, and then he turned back, and then he saw me, and he said my name too. I believe I changed more than him, but it was a semi-emotional moment that he remembered me as well.
Oh, that's so
It
cool.
was like time travel. And he's really like well respected in the Web3 space, which is
Yes.
unbelievable. I mean, I was super active in 2021, 22. I haven't been since after 2023, but yeah, I mean, it was amazing to see that we had that in common with this.
That's interesting because I joined this space in 2021, but I weren't on Twitter. So I started my Twitter
Oh,
journey in 22, and I missed a lot of fun, a lot of money, of course, a lot of everything, and a lot of my friends from 22, they left the space completely, and like because of different reasons. So why? What's your reason to quit the space?
I mean, my reason was, I mean, so the project I primarily did, it was the music NFTs status quo. The standard thing was artists, musicians to make their music, mint their music with the artworks, and that was it, and people minting them. I wanted to do something different that would not put fame uh, in the highlight. I wanted to create a world that would make fame unimportant, because I mean it's what in my opinion is not exciting in the NFT space was, I mean, for example, a very well-known hip-hop artist releasing a project. Doesn't matter how good the song is, the song can be horrible, and just because it's famous, people mint it because they think that it's gonna have secondary sales, or maybe not. I mean, it's just the level of intellect in the trends of NFT world is horrible, super dumb, like IQ level of 5. Really, I mean, I hated that. I mean, level of intelligence. I mean, people were not like taking leadership. People were too scared, understandably too scared, because
Mhm.
the influencers usually, especially in music NFTs, are, I'm not afraid to say it, like total gatekeepers. They were proven to like host contests, be juries in contest and give the awards to their friends, their homies. Even they share. When you scroll down on their profile, you see that they shared photographs with their homies, and then the people, their homies, win contests. Like horrible. And after 2023, it became for me a little too toxic, and my project got a lot of appreciation, but I finished everything, but I didn't mint it because I didn't think the trends or the dynamics of the NFT space would make my previous collectors happy. So I got back into reclusion until I thought the scene would get better.
Let's talk about your background before NFTs maybe, and then we'll go to the project and your idea, just to understand what inspired you and why you how you started to create music in general in your life.
My background, you said?
Mhm.
Sure. I mean, I studied at Berklee College of Music in Boston, Massachusetts, in United States. It's pretty well-known school. I mean, there are conservatories for classical music like Juilliard, but when it comes to contemporary music like jazz, pop, rock, soul, I mean, Berklee probably is the most respected one in the whole world. And I'm actually the first male Turkish vocalist to graduate from Berklee. And I graduated from that in 3 years. It's a 4-year license. I graduated 1 year early. And I mean, in the graduation concert, did I conducted my arrangement of the Korean rock legends Shin Jong-un's music in front of him, and I was one of the 3 male backing vocalists, and I also I also had the honor to invite the whole 7,000 audience to welcome Lionel Richie. Lionel Richie is the guy, I mean, Commodores' frontman, the guy who wrote "We Are the World" with Michael Jackson. So I said, ladies and gentlemen, please help me in welcoming R&B soul legend Lionel Richie, and 7,000 people applauded. And the next day I met with him. I had a brief chat with him. Yeah, so I mean, I'm personally not a famous artist, but my background and my education, my academic background, I can do things in a way that would probably gain some respect from people who appreciate or are curious about music. Yeah, I mean, in pandemic, I was in Istanbul, the biggest city in Turkey. But in pandemic, I decided that I should go back to my home, like a smaller city, and build the studios to build a studio, and then continue from there. Yeah, that's.
Was it tough decision for you?
Say it again.
Was it a super tough decision for you to move back in your city and start building there?
I mean, not so much. I'm moving from US wasn't a tough decision because I mean, after a while, I realized my music tastes got altered so much. I mean, when I was in high school, I would do Western music like American rock, soul. And then when I went to America, because I missed my home so much, I started playing traditional instruments like super cultural Turkish music. And people were, I realized I became super Turkish there when I was in the US. And I'm not a religious person, but even the consulate general was calling me. There is an Islam festival, and I want you to represent Turkey in this Massachusetts Islam festival. In there, I mean, I'm not religious at all, and things became too. I mean, not out of control, but I realized I became too identified with my nationality, and that's why I said, okay, I wanna go back. I miss home so much, but I don't want to be this much Turkish. So when I came to here, I went back to making Western music like rock, soul, but in Turkish language. So
This is so real. I don't know, guys. It
So
happens, like,
real.
I think when you move in, yeah, in foreign country, and when you live in your country, yeah, like I'm Russian, like nothing special in it. But when you move, you're like Adidas. You're like totally completely like starting to feel it, and you never ate some Russian food in Russia. Just sushi, something like that. Here, you just Russian food, sushi. Let's go. I don't know how. I understand you so well.
It's so real because it's like, and it's funny because we all have lived like out of our countries. Because I lived in the U.S. for like 10 years,
yeah.
and like, and when you're not in your country, you really feel like that. I don't know, you just miss it so much, and so it's just such a funny thing that everybody kind of feels the same way.
Yeah, that's super cool. By the way, I wanted to ask you also about your university and stuff because I studied fashion design, and I
Well,
know that Losno studied design as well. I don't know, like not fashion, but some design, graphic maybe.
Um, I did graphic design in university, and I graduated from a trade school for fashion design. So I
Cool.
basically, my high school was like a trade school, and I basically qualified to work in like the fashion industry because of my diploma. I don't know.
My girl. We need to make fashion space, I think.
We need to start a brand of clothing
Yes. I
because
have
I
this
have,
idea. I
yeah,
always
when we
wanted to open my brand of clothing for men underwear
Mhm.
because like men, they in this case, and I wanted to create something beautiful for them, but just among other ideas that I never implemented. But okay, I wanted to ask you when we just on the first our year in the university, we were on some some teachers was talking with everyone, with all the students, and they were saying like, guys, studied fashion design, but like only 1% of you like actually will become a fashion designer. Others will work in the industry in a better way, like 10%, but you all will go like in different fields probably after the first second like year of studying here. And it actually happened. Like I never worked with a fashion designer. I worked with fashion, but then I went to work with magazines as a journalist. Uh, is it happened with you in music industry, or you all became musicians?
uh, I mean, I think everybody. I mean, okay. So actually, my first degree was industrial design. I studied industrial design right after high school, and
Hmm.
actually, in my school, only one person is doing industrial design as a job. Uh, that is common in industrial design for some reason. But I mean, I didn't want to study industrial design. I had to because my parents said, "Okay, first get a major and more conventional major, graduate from a more conventional major, then study music." And I did that for my parents. But with music, I think everybody who studies music kind of does something related to music. I mean, somebody can study music performance, but then maybe they can do arranging or vice versa. But of course, what is hard is making a living as a musician is extremely difficult. What
Hmm.
usually happens is most of the people are teaching. I
Yeah.
teach as well. Like half of my time is teaching and like running workshops, recording workshops in my studio and stuff. But yeah,
That's dope.
very little people would do exactly their whatever their major because I'm in music school. It's my music school. I mean, it's a music school. There is only music in my school, but there are music engineering, production, songwriting, jazz composition, even music therapy. Uh, that was a major those kind of people work in hospitals, for example.
Wow, I didn't know about that. Is it like separate profession?
I mean, I think they have some kind of licenses to be able to work in health institutions. But it's in US. It's a legal thing in US, but I don't know if that can be. applicable in other countries. But yeah,
That's so interesting. Imagine you are dying and someone playing music you don't like. Just someone comes to your hospital and you just dying with the awful Taylor Swift.
right before you die, they ask, "What's your wish list request? Which songs do you like?"
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I'm just continuing with your joke.
Okay. You said industrial design, and it seems in your artworks that you have this part of education in your style and everything. So let's move to your project, and you will show us what you created.
Sure. I will be able to
Screen share, yes, you
screen
can
share.
screen
Yeah.
share.
Okay.
Yeah, you can put like this small with the
Yes, I saw.
yeah.
Whole window. I'll say whole window.
Mm-hmm.
Is it working? Wow! Look at this.
Ah, you open the window. Okay, that's
Yes. So I'll first show my main teaser. So that will do the talking first.
I think you would like it, Snow. I don't know. Can you put the sound?
The sound's not on.
Mm-mm.
Okay. Let me.
Check the sound on the.
Oh.
If you want, I can screen share.
How would I do that? Audio.
Just send me a link. I will screen share.
Okay, I'll do that. I want.
I think it will be faster.
All right, I'll.
You can send in private chat or on X.
Yes,
Oh.
I sent on. I'm sending it on here. Oh, messages from the private chat. Okay.
Mhm.
Yes. I sent.
Okay, I will open now. Oh. Tell me if you hear the sound. Look, this is so cool. This reminds me
It's
of
so
one
cool.
of my favorite artists, and that's why I'm telling. Like, it feels like you have this landschaft design education. Remind me about my friend's art. His name is Jason Barba, and he used the same colors. Amazing, amazing, love it.
It's very like nostalgic looking, so I like it a lot.
I told we yesterday we had a call with John,
Mhm.
and I told the guys that it's very on trend right now. Like I feel with all these guys that we interviewed,
Mhm.
and this is super cool. Okay, tell me if you hear the sound.
Yes, we do.
Mhm.
A huge rock star of our time and of the future, Terry Crystal. Welcome,
Here,
Terry.
the magazines were obsessed with me and Jacoya Franklin, but it wasn't a big deal. I really.
Keyboard player from the Shiny Brothers, writing a few songs and playing the keys.
Yeah, well, the Shiny Brothers are huge.
Terry Crystal was with us today. His new album, Kinky Romance, is out in cassette and CD formats right now. Also, you will be able to get the album as one-on-one edition non-fungible tokens in the year 2022.
Non-fun tickle? What?
Non-fungible token as a part of non-fungible cassettes and non-fungible CDs collections. You'll learn what fungible means in 2021.
I'll probably be dead by then. I'm already exhausted by the fun tickles that I receive.
I'm sure.
I very good. I loved it.
Thank you. So in a nutshell, I mean, it's a parallel universe. Imagine a parallel universe, and we are in the 80s and 90s. And there are the real artists of 80s, 90s, and 90s in that universe too. But there are additional artists that we fabricated, that I came up with, that, like the Terry Crystal. He doesn't exist in our universe, in our 80s, but he exists in that universe. And that you listen to his radio interview, which actually is recorded by my brother. Both the interviewer and interviewee is my brother. We made his voice higher in one of them, lower in the other one. So he's actually talking to himself in that interview. And you see his cassette, Terry Crystal's cassette, Kinky Romance is the song's name. That album is the title track of that album. And for example, now in the screen you see Nezih Johnson. He's also a fictional artist. And his album is called Jamming in Mars. And there are two main collections, non-fungible CDs and non-fungible cassettes. And this is that album in non-fungible CDs collection. And these are all videos that are looped videos, like that are loop videos that work perfectly. So
much less.
this is a TV
The coast
program,
will regularly
1984.
For a gang of international.
Ira, the sound of the video is a little too loud,
Sorry,
and we
sorry,
can't
sorry.
hear. Yeah,
No.
sorry.
So now it's muted.
Now it's too loud.
I wanted to be muted.
ETH Records, Soul Record
Okay.
Company, and so on. Today,
You can go back
we're
a little
gonna
bit if you
play
like.
Sapphire Rain by Jaco.
What?
No, go to the beginning, or around there.
For much less.
Ah, yes.
To coast with lures regularly 55. For a gang of international.
Hello everyone, this is Tahsin Johnson. You might know me as the twin brother of Nezih Johnson. I'm a session player working for the record labels under the John Art Sun companies such as BTC Music, ETH Records, Soul Record Company, and so on. Today, we're gonna play Sapphire Rain by Jacoya Franklin. It's a smooth tune, and I'm not gonna treat it as a fast funk tune. If it was a fast funk tune, I would play it with both my fingers, but for this one, I'm only gonna use my middle finger. And I'm saying my middle finger because I'm a thin guy and my index finger doesn't give the sound that I'm desiring. All right, let's go.
Yeah, back then people were so creative with the projects. Yeah, it's not comparing what people doing, I think, right now.
Hope that was fun. You can find the bass part of Sapphire Rain in this month's Glamour X magazine. Why Glamour X? Who knows? See you next time.
I mean, it took 2 full days for me to make that video. I mean, the speaking parts were, it had to be one take. So, yeah, I mean, I was working, like, I gave so much effort to those in those times. I mean, it's unbelievable, that energy I could find at those years. I feel older now.
I don't think it depends from your age. I think it's kind of space that just suck all the resources from
Yeah,
you.
definitely.
Like,
Yeah, I didn't want to say that, but you did, so thank you.
no, for real. I feel it by myself. I have no idea how before I was so active, and thanks God I gained some audience. Thanks God I did that before, because right now I just don't care, and I can't make myself care about something I cared before. I just like, okay, I don't have like too many likes, but I don't care. I know that I have my people, and I know that I have like this and this and that. That's important for me. But before, oh my God, I need to try for this. I need to try for this.
I mean, yeah, it's good that you did that time. Yeah, you are still like well respected, and you're doing well. People love you.
Yeah, so your project, you interviewing like not existing artists. You create your own metaverse for like universe with not existing artists. And what next?
Yeah. I mean, so my goal was, so yeah, this is the cassettes collection. I minted the first series in April 2022. It was sold out, like 5 cassettes, 5 CDs. And the second series was almost sold out. Only one NFT, one CD was not sold out. And the third collection we finished, but we never put it to sale. Actually, I minted them like a few days ago. Minted, 13, 11, 12, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. I minted recently, but I didn't put them to sale. So my goal was this. So you see, I made the title track of these fictional albums. So you see, Midsize XM Mission Deviant is the album. Midsize XM is the artist, and Mission Deviant is the title track, the song that gives the name to the album. Like Michael Jackson's Thriller's title track is Thriller. Billie Jean in the album is a album track. Beat It is an album track. So there are album tracks in this album, for example.
Let me open discs,
Yeah,
CDs,
sure.
because that's how it's more visible.
Yeah. So yeah, in Greg Ritchie's "You Are Wild," you see "Kiss Me Instead" is an album track. That song is just the name there. It's in this NFT you only hear "You Are Wild." Actually, this song is the most listened one on Spotify. Also, no AI in visual art, 3D art, or music. No AI at all, and it's easily provable because they are on Spotify since 2022, and there were no AI music in 2022. And I have the sessions on my computer in Google Drive. Everything is there. I can show you the sessions of some of the songs. I put them up, and yeah. So my dream was this: to for musicians to make money, to make a living by releasing music on Spotify is extremely difficult. You have to have like 100 million streams to make a decent living by just Spotify. But in Nezzy Johnson's Jamming in Mars, for example, there is a song called FS. Or okay, let's look at this one. Okay, stay in one of them. So
Oh, okay, just showing the design. Wait, I liked the most this one.
really, wow.
Yeah, I like the background.
I like the pink
Good.
one.
Which one?
There was like a pink one. I like that one.
This?
The
This?
one next to it. No, the last one. The pinkest of all of them.
This?
That one.
Pink Gustav. Yeah, this one. Maria Summers Believe. For example, there is a song called Cruising. With this one, I only
So
made
cool.
Believe, and you see that in the album. And my goal was this. I mean, for musicians, for other musicians other than me, not just me. I mean, a musician will make Cruising, and then it will be a multi-edition NFT. It will be sold for a reasonable amount, and every song seen in these albums are going to be made, produced, recorded by real musicians, and they are going to be sold, and the musicians will make hundreds, thousand times more than what they would make by releasing their music on Spotify. I mean, if the music NFT world was run by really, really cool, high intellect influencers, this could have been possible. I don't know if it is right now. I hope it will be in the future, and I'm okay with like just releasing the third series, it being sold out, and the rest. I just want the project to extend. My dream is other musicians to make the others other music. My dream is for other musicians to produce the other songs and earn from it. I'll get a symbolic amount, and yeah, that's my dream. I don't know how likely that is. I mean, a dream is a dream. Dream is usually little possibility most of the times, but yeah, that was my vision about the project. And you can go to the website of the project again, Ira, if that's possible.
Mhm.
Yeah, you can go to the very bottom. Yeah, the news and interviews. Yeah, for example, this is a magazine, or like it's like a male magazine, for magazine for men. And there is this artist called Amber Chandler. She has a song in the project, and there is this sensational news that she posed naked for the, and then she gives interview that kind of talks about another artist in the project too. So this one you saw in the main teaser, main trailer, the radio interview of Terry Crystal. He talks about other artists in the project.
Without like photos or something like that. Okay, got it.
And the second one is, for example, a newspaper, the one above it, not this one. Go higher. No. Yes, this one. Yes.
Mhm.
This one is actually the one that you like last know. This is the, I believe this is for that pink NFT.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, this there's a newspaper. I told you the parallel universe is 80s and 90s, right? But there is one song in the project that doesn't sound like 80s, 90s. It sounds like 2019 or 2020.
Mm-hmm.
And there is this. I came up with this newspaper news, like it says, Ripple Records under investigation for possibly using technologies from the future.
That's funny.
The news say, I mean, there was this guy who claimed that he found a hard drive which is 4 terabytes, but only a half pound heavy, and people thought he was crazy and sent him to an insane asylum. I mean, they said, because in year 1995, if somebody says, "Oh, there is this hard drive. It's this small and it's 4 terabytes." What is 4 terabytes? 4 trillion bytes, and people thought he was crazy. They sent him to the insane asylum. And he said the hard drive had sound libraries from 2019, and this Ripple Records used sounds from the future in their records, especially this song. And this is a whole news. This is also pre-AI. This is 2022. There were no ChatGPT in those times. I wrote this whole article completely manually. I mean, I can't imagine that right now. I mean, like making that effort. And this is not even for sale.
Thank you for your honesty. Thank you for your honesty.
Yeah.
We became so lazy. We became so lazy with AI.
It's horrible. Yeah, I mean, I made this whole thing, and this was I made this stuff just to make this universe I created more vibrant, more exciting. These were not for sale. I mean, I really cared about the project. I still care about it. I still believe it's potential, but I don't think the NFT space is super healthy.
Oh, right now it's like we're not in a good place. We've not been in a good place in a long time, but hopefully things are going to get better soon.
Yes.
I hope so too. I mean, I have the domain. Every year I pay for the nonfungiblealbums.io domain, which is getting more expensive every year. .io
Oh my
domain.
goodness.
But I still pay it. I still pay my ENS domain. I have the links, non-fungible cassettes and non-fungible CDs collections links on OpenSea. I still have them. I mean, I'm still ready for the future, for a better future, so that my collection will hopefully get to a place that, I mean, okay, I mean, everybody wants to earn money for what they worked hard on, but I also have a dream that the project will extend, and a lot of musicians will earn a lot of money, much more money than they would if they distributed their music to Apple Music, to Spotify and stuff. That would make me happy. That would make people say, "Oh, he was a good man when after I die," and stuff.
We're back to the dying topic. That's my favorite. I swear to God. By the way, I had some friends, musicians, and one girl. She's moved to US. By the way, right now, and she is so crazy talented. She is like Kanye West, like but
Oh,
a girl. She is like incredible, like feeling music. You just listen her tracks, and it's something unusual. It's just waving you. And she stopped doing music right now, and I think it's because you can't make money from that. So she's back to design. She's also a designer. Maybe like I need to connect you guys as well in the future. And she's just like, I think because you can't make money as a musician, just like that. And this is so sad because like world lost like great musicians, I think.
definitely. I mean, I'll go back to 80s again. In the 80s, for example, Whitney Houston. There were Whitney Houston, right? Or 90s, Mariah Carey. Probably nobody would be able to sing a Whitney Houston song better than Whitney Houston. Whitney Houston was Whitney Houston because she was the best. She was the best. Michael Jackson was Michael Jackson because he was the best. Freddie Mercury was Freddie Mercury because he was the best. Right now, think about a random like super famous singer right now. I'm not going to give names, but probably there must be like at least 1,000 singers who can sing that super famous singer's song better than her or him. So that's the huge difference right now.
I think it's like academic voice, for example, Christina Aguilera, right?
Christina
And
Aguilera is great.
characters like Britney Spears, something like
She's
that.
also great. Yeah, definitely. I mean, not
Yeah.
at Houston level, of course, but she's also very. I mean, she came up with her own style. She is very distinct. But right now, I think the problem is everywhere, not in just US or in my country. The thing is, people or like record labels or people of power used to think, I need to find someone, invest in someone who has a lot of star potential, who can become legendary artists, and I will invest on them. That was the thing in the 80s and 90s. There were problems in those times too. There were dirty politics. There must be. But right now, that's not people of power are not looking for the best, highest potential musicians or singers or whatever. They are looking for someone who they can completely control. Who say, I would do anything to get famous. Just make me famous. I don't care about anything else. Use me. Just tell me what to do. I'll do whatever you want. And they are
So
not super great, but they are very controllable. They are also disposable. But that's the super tragic contrast between the past 30, 40 years ago and now. And that's the reason that a lot of even it doesn't have to be just singers. I mean, instrumentalists too. They think that they have to give up music because of the unhealthy nature of the music world.
yeah, capitalism sucks. I agree with you. But we need to to do something still in this field. Like for example, when I thought about Web3 and how we here surviving and stuff, and should I stay here or should I leave this space because it's hard to like count on the next day. Even in crypto, when you work in crypto, you just don't know what will happen with the company you work for, with the situation in the market, like what will affect and stuff. But then I thought, like, okay, but with my previous experience with the magazines, it was the same, especially when you work in Russia, and it's all the time new censorship, new rules, new something, new something. You can count as well. So, like, what's the difference? It's better to think how, like, not to think, like, oh, everything is bad, but how to make in this bad something sustainable. So how to make in this bad what I can do. So it's always I think a possibility, when you're looking for a possibility, there are some possibilities because the world it always was shitty. If you look back, like it was like even more terrible, and people somehow found like new ways how to develop, things, and I think we can change something. So what's your plans and your music maybe? What you want to do that?
Uh, I mean, definitely adapting is necessary, because if you don't adapt, you say, I mean, that would mean giving up. And
Yeah.
I mean,
We need to quote this. If you're not adapting, you're giving up.
wow.
That's good.
Thank you, thank you. Well, I didn't notice I said something meaningful while I was saying it, but you inspired it, so I think you can take credit for that too.
Yeah, we'll steal it. I'm kidding. Yeah.
I mean, right now, other than Web3, other than my project, I mean, I graduated from a a good school, but I started my solo career in the summer, and I had some meetings with record labels and publishing companies and stuff, and their contracts were too abusive. So I started independently. Again, I mean, there's a problem with the landscape, with the capitalism aspect, and the good thing is, I mean, I don't financially, I'm not in a super challenging place. That's why I can make a choice to stay independent. And but there are a lot of people who doesn't have that choice, and they have to work with labels to survive, which is really sad. And I mean, even me as an independent artist who, like, I have a band. We like to have we'll have shows. We'll perform in festivals. So things are going. I mean, it's not in a static place. Things are going calmly. I mean, not in a. I don't think I'll be like super famous, crazy, can't walk in the street kind of way anytime. And I don't want that anytime. But of course, I would like to have a nice following, nice audience. Everybody would. But the dynamics are difficult. But when I think about other people, I think about other people a lot, and yeah, I mean, the teaching is the primary income source for musicians, because I mean, it doesn't target just people who want to be musicians full time, but it also targets people who want to do music as a hobby, who want to enhance their life with music. So teaching, recording, and also I'm a 3D artist too, so I have some freelance 3D art. You saw all these 3D art work, 3D art material in this Non-Fungible Albums project. All those cassettes, CDs, they are not AI. They are all 3D art made on Blender. I made them on Blender,
Wow.
video animation. So I mean,
That's
I
really
have
cool.
freelance 3D artwork as well.
Very cool. Yeah.
Yeah, those are all 3D art. Not
I have a question to you about independency and all this stuff, because that's pretty interesting question. You know, I recently thought like maybe it's a curse to stay with something one on one, with something that you love, just you and something that you love. And for example, this independency and stuff, because I remember when I stopped working on like a very big football club, football club, with the harsh like boss ever. She was like, you know, like super like bad for my mental health. I started to go to psychologists because of her and stuff. So when I quit this job, I started to become like you know, free. I became free in what I want to do, because I also started my own business back then. So it was just, and I moved to Moscow, my dream city, you know. So everything seems like should be good, but it's only me and my dream. And I started to like, I experienced my first depression in my life. I felt myself so bad with this independency, with whatever you want to do right now is available for you. And for some reason, I felt myself the worst, like, because it's only you, and no one controlling you, no one telling what to do. And the only person you can blame in something, it's you. So sometimes I feel like artists who are working with these labels, maybe they are lucky, you know. Of course, they are not free. Of course, there is some, you know, stuff, but they don't need to think. much. They have people who thinking for them. So what's your relationship with this independency? Do you think it's like super blessing for you, or do you think like it's two-sided as well?
Definitely two-sided. I mean, it's. I mean, I have to. For example, I had a song released on last Friday. I find the guy who's going to take the video for teaser. I montage the video myself. I like edit it. I mean, all the communication, all the organization, the video edits, social media, the all the written material, organizing the band, distribution of the song, writing the credits, and producing the song. Of course, that's my passion. I'm happy to do that. But everything other than making music and also running ads, advertisements. Yeah, I mean, of course, if something goes wrong, yeah, you said it's my fault. For the previous song, I couldn't figure out running meta ads at all. I couldn't even finish the meta ads. It's Facebook meta ads is too complicated. I couldn't even I couldn't even spend a single dollar. I couldn't start it. It was a disaster, and it was my fault. And the guy, I mean, the guitarist of the band was too frustrated. He was too upset because in the summer I released an album all by myself, and it got into some like 4 Spotify playlists. And then we started a band together, and with the band, that the first song we did got into no playlist, and we thought it was much better than the songs in my album. So they were really sad and frustrated, and the primary reason might be I couldn't figure out Facebook ads, and so yeah, I felt bad for that too, and I figured it out in this song that came out past Friday. But yeah, of course, what you said, when something goes wrong, you are responsible. You have pressure on yourself. But of course, the two-sidedness you mentioned, the good thing is if something staying independent in music, I have the rights of the music. So, for example, if the song didn't go as well as I thought, a year from now or 2 years from now, I can, if I get a lot of followers or an audience, I can boost that song again, and I will have the income of that song because I still have the rights of it. So I don't have big regrets because of it. And things go slower, but I have the rights of it. But psychologically, definitely, it's especially the release days. I run 3,000 steps in my house to do things. It's the songs come out in 12, but I never make it right on 12. It's always like 15 minutes delay. Doing everything yourself is difficult.
Yeah, and I think like what you mentioned is very real, that you delaying stuff because you think, oh, okay, I can do everything. I just will do it tomorrow, and you just delaying it, and it took years for you. I know this because I want to start my project for like, guys, I'm ashamed to say that, but more than 4 years, and I'm like, I know I will succeed. It will take some time, so I can start it like later, and it's like I'm just terrified to think like if I started it 4 years ago, everything would be like much better, but you just delaying all the time. Lost now, did you face with that as well as a creator, as a person who depends from yourself?
I depend on my husband. So it's like
Good
my
for you.
husband takes care of me.
I don't know
But
what to do.
it's like I can there is like I feel like it's human nature what you were discussing earlier. So like whenever you are faced with like complete freedom and everything that you have to take basically full responsibility for yourself, that's kind of heavy. And I think that anybody who like a lot of people who can choose between having like complete freedom and having to be responsible for everything they do, or basically choosing like a comfortable job where kind of like certain things are taking care for you. A lot of people choose to be comfortable than to be completely free because yeah, I think being completely free and like depending fully on yourself is not an easy thing, and not an easy thing to do. And you reminded me weirdly about like it's like a weird thing that popped into my mind, but I read a book about a about a North Korean woman who escaped from the regime. And so she felt like after she escaped North Korea, she was faced for the first time with like having to basically figure out what she likes in life, and basically like if having this complete freedom, and it like scared her, like it scared her and depressed her, and she didn't know how to deal with it, because when you live like in North Korea, a lot of things are like decided for you, like they have like really strict rules about everything. So it just reminded me of that, like, cause how like you were talking about like freedom and like having to do some like working with like people who kind of like help you decide what to do. Just I don't know, it just reminded me of that. But
Oh, that's so
I have
interesting. Send me the
I
name of
have
the.
to, yeah. I'll message it to you. It's called it's by Yeonmi Park, and it's called, I don't remember. I have to look it up. But it's a really interesting book. But I have to run because I have something else scheduled. I'm so sorry.
No, thank you. Thank you for joining.
But it was like so
You will
fun
miss
talking
a
to
room
you.
tour, by the way. We will go
Huh?
now to this room tour. You will miss that.
Oh yeah,
Very
oh,
good
damn
stuff.
it. I'm gonna go back and finish watching like the live after you guys are done, and then I'm like done later. But yeah, I gotta
All
go.
right. Thanks for
Thank you
joining.
guys so much for having me, and
Thank
thank you
you.
so much for like talking to us. It was really cool, and I love your music. You're awesome.
Thank you so much. Very nice to
Thank
meet you.
you. Bye
That's
bye.
an honor.
Good luck on your stream. Bye.
Thank you.
Yeah, so let's go to room tour finally.
Yes, let's do it. All right, so this is the control room. This is the system. I actually made this speaker myself in the this was a speaker that my aunt. Anyway, I won't go. If I go into the speaker making, so it's gonna take an hour. This is the. I run the session from here, from this computer, and there's another room here. You see a glass.
Oh, wow.
So we communicate with with the sound. I'll actually, this is kind of a shame. I won't show you. There are so many cables there. It looks very messy, but it's not messy. It's very organized. So this is the corridor. This was the control room. I produce in here, but the instruments that are recorded are in the other room, which we are gonna go now. This is the corridor.
This is so dope. It's like a real studio. I thought like you have only one room, but you actually have like real studio.
It's two rooms. This is a separate room.
Wow.
So this is the performance room. This is where the recorded instrument is at. So this is my vocal corner.
Hmm.
So I sing, or whoever is recording here, they sing here, and the sound, the AV system connects from here to the other room. And there are two drum sets. One is our main soul and jazz drum set. We actually use it for rock a lot. It has a unique, special sound, and we have a piano. It's right now covered, and there is another drum. But this is you see the ceilings.
Hmm.
The ceiling, it goes 50 centimeters above those panels. So the goal of these panels are both reflect and absorb the sound in a really natural and ideal way. So what would be a horrible performance recording room would be walls that are parallel to each other. If there was a wall and there was another wall across, completely parallel, the sound would
Oh,
flutter
okay. Uh-huh.
and make unpleasant resonances. That's why there's this wall, for example, but this wooden laths are kind of like rotated. This one is rotated like this, and this other one across the street, across the room, is rotated the other way. like this, so they are not. So it will prevent it from being parallel. Yeah, if anyone wants to see the studio's Instagram account, it's yeah, there are cool photos and cool recordings. I actually have made like cover recordings of George Michael's Careless Whisper, Queen's Show Must Go On, Brian Adams's Run to You and stuff. And there are some really cool drum covers made in here too. So I mean, I'm what I didn't like. I mean, I'm not gonna trash talk about anybody, but what I didn't love about the music NFT space in 2021, 2022, 2000 onwards, there were only the gatekeeper that I mentioned, who was the influencer of the music NFT world. He was only supporting hip hop and rap. That was it. And the backgrounds of the musicians were not known. Yeah, I mean, I would have appreciated more if there were musicians that are trained in, like, that are more experienced, or that do rock music, jazz music, even classical music. But yeah, I mean, I hope people who really gave their life to music is going to find their place in the Web3 in the future.
I hope so too, because I like music and I'm running my own music spaces, and it's super fun. And even like, before we had like this function on X with the recording audios to each other. And right now they removed that. And I have like my space chat. And sometimes, we just recorded how we're singing to each other. And it was so fun. And right now we don't have it, so I feel like world against music. I don't like it, but maybe you can play something. I know that we have limited amount of time, and it would be cool
I
to.
can show you the session of a song from the project to show that how music is made, to remind people how music is made without AI.
Let's go, because I promised to guys that we will make you sing live or play live.
Yeah, I'll show the session. I won't sing or play, but I'll show you a session of an electronic song. So the song's finished version was it's actually on masters. So actually I'll show you the folder. Probably a terrible angle. Okay, so I'll play everything first.
Mm-hmm.
And then I'll play some. I'll isolate some instruments, so you'll see the layers that make a song, that create a song.
Yeah, I before I was like experimenting with creating my own meditations, and I like I like the idea that not everyone like just super calm meditations. That was pushed me away from this for a long time. So I thought to create like rap meditations or like rock meditations, for everyone, so everyone could meditate with music they like. So once I decided to experiment with music myself, and I discovered that you even can put the sound like more in this AirPod and less in this AirPod, and you can like make music circling in your head, and this is so interesting.
I never knew about that.
You should try. Okay, so show me what you can.
Yes. So this is one of the songs. Okay, I paused it. I'll show you some instruments. For example, I'll just play the drums. Now I'll mute the drums and I'll just play the bass. I'll add the drums back. Now I'll just play some synths, some keyboard instruments above it. One of them was this. Another one was this. This by itself, just by itself, this sounds irritating, this sounds annoying. But with this, with other stuff, it becomes interesting. With the bass. And with everything. Let's go here. Those men and women sounds I found from some wrestling videos. I cut wrestling sound. So the woman is yelling here.
I love this sound so much. This is so creative. I like this. This is so cool. No, for real. It has like some nostalgic atmosphere, or also like some when I was studied fashion design, I wanted to create collection because I was super inspired by Italian genre giallo. It's horror with a lot of colors, like yellow, like blue, and they have this knives and the blood, and everything is so colorful and Italian. And I think this music is so perfectly would suit such a giallo movies. It's so cool. Especially with the scream, it was great. I loved it.
Thank you. Yeah, this was one of the songs that actually didn't release. It was in the final series that I didn't put it to sale. But I made it in 2022, and I think this one I spent. It took maybe 20 days to finish this one. I mean, right now, can you imagine in AI you just type some things on Suno and it gives you in 5 seconds. I mean, it's not great, I think, and I think it's getting worse. I'm glad it's getting worse, but
Why?
yeah, it's sad. I mean, I see I go to, for example, US Polo, the apparel company US Polo. In Turkey, when you go to a US Polo store, they play AI music. Just
For real?
Yeah, it's horrible.
Oh my God, it's awful. This is awful.
Yeah, it's so.
I don't know.
Yeah, 2026. It's not good.
This is the part of the culture as well, because I worked in a fashion boutique as well, and I remember I chose the music. And when you're choosing the music, you thinking about what person will be experienced when they wear new clothes and how they will feel themselves. It's the process, is the culture. So you can't just put the music.
Definitely. I agree.
Yeah. Thank you so much. I just, all the live stream, I was thinking how I'm grateful for my work, for what I'm doing, because this is like crazy experience that I don't think like anyone, like everyone has a chance in their life to experience, like watch how music produced, talk with people with different areas, and your experience is super valuable. And I think it's just I'm just grateful to talk with you, and I
I'm
hope
really
you will
for your invitation.
succeed.
Thank you so much.
Yeah, I hope you will succeed, and I hope I can support you in every possible way. So thank you so much.
Thank you very much. I mean, I hope the same for everybody who's hardworking and trying to come up with interesting, cool ideas and follow their vision. And I appreciate your sincerity, your greatness. Thank you very much.
Thanks to you, and thanks to all the guys who watching us on YouTube, on Blaze, and on X, of course. Thank you, everyone, and yeah, follow me on YouTube. Don't forget to do this, and of course, follow our guest. He's in the description of the video. So yeah, thank you. Bye, everyone.